Greetings, families. Welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm so excited to share this video with you. Yes, the future is bright. Our future children, they will never cross the ocean to go to different country because great things are happening. Wow, 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 wow. I've seen something. I have seen something. Families, please watch these champions of Burkina Faso. I'll be back. I'll be back. Thank you for your time.
This morning, the world champion in powerlifting, Zambadi, who also holds the world record in this discipline, presented his medals to the first of the Burkina. Ditto for the women's cycling stallions, winners of the International Women's Tour of Burundi. Ibrahim Musa Zunghana won the yellow jersey at the 4th edition of Burundi's International Women's Cycling Tour. Her teammate Awabamogo was crowned winner of the Grand Prix de la Ville de Bujumbura. We thank His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traore, Head of State, for receiving us this morning despite his very busy schedule. The Head of State gave us some advice, saying that we must be witnesses for our sisters and that all we have to do is get back on task and be able to pedal well. He's instructed us to find a women's tour so that we can practice so that the other interesting tours are still in good shape to get the national anthem going again. It's a relief for the VTPs and FDRs who are on the front line, and they'll be pressing on with certain stages. He himself has seen the difficulties, as some delegations have dismounted. Pushing the bikes. Powerlifting world champion, Itatlu won 2 water medals in the hip lift and bench press events, as well as a silver medal in the biceps contraction, at the Powerlifting World Championship held in Moscow, Russia. The audience was an opportunity for the head of state to reaffirm his commitment to supporting the development of sport in Burkina. He told us a lot of things, especially that sport will enable young people to focus. And above all, sport really helps train young people to avoid bad things. Whether it's drugs, whether it's a lot of things, that's what's going to confuse young people. So he really promised us that he'd do his best to get this thing moving forward. The heels? Zambadi adds that winning his gold medal and presenting it to the head of state is a step forward in the promotion of powerlifting, which is still little known in Burkina Faso.
Don't go yet, family. Our future parliamentarians has arrived. Yes, they have arrived in parliament perfectly, dressed up, and they are so clever. Please watch this and I'll be back. Thank you for your time.
Wanted to know more. So, as you heard, he was in the hemicycle this morning to take stock of policies to promote children's rights in Burkina Faso. 3 members of the government were summoned to address the concerns of children. The occasion was the commemoration of International Children's Rights Day, celebrated every year on November 20th. The plenary session with Lassina Ouattara and Seka Songo, the President of the Transitional Legislative Assembly, in communion with the children of Burkina. Children, all deputies, members of the Children's Parliament. It is this parliament that is today questioning the Burkina executive. If oral question without debate, child marriages, free healthcare and inclusive education are on the agenda for this plenary session. All concerns were examined at this session. What measures have been taken since then to protect children from child marriage? The ministry in charge of children's affairs regularly carries out activities to prevent and protect children from child marriage. Mr. Minister, last year, when the President of Faso received us, he pledged to reinforce free healthcare for women and children. What progress has been made towards fulfilling this commitment? became a reality for all families since 2016. An average of 28 to 30 billion CFA francs are spent by the state budget to ensure free healthcare for children under 5 and pregnant women as part of this free healthcare. The government has decided, for example, that for children's cancers, for radiotherapy. From now on, it's free. As regards the inclusion of children with disabilities, what steps have been taken this year to ensure that the school is better adapted to their needs? We can tell you that there's the subsidy, the schooling of children with special needs. There's also the adaptation of educational infrastructures to accommodate children with special needs, and the other very important point, and this is the most important, is the health care of learners with disabilities. The chairman of the meeting also raised the question of the wearing of infini. When will this measure be applied in all schools? A government decision institutes the wearing of infini in schools. But now it's a matter of seeing how this measure can be put into practice without adding to your parents' difficulties. Already don't often have the burden of sending you to school to pay for your school supplies.
I was so rejoicing when I was watching them. I was screaming, I was shouting, I was so happy. And if I'm one of their moms, oh my goodness, you can just imagine. You can just imagine. This is the future, because these children would dream of that day. That was 2 days ago, International Children's Day. They will never forget this moment. They will dream to be there one day. I can see them. I can see most of them in that pyramid one day. And those pictures, they will point at them. That's my prophecy for them. That's my wish for those young ones. There's one particular one that makes me even laugh more. Please listen to that part and I'll be back.
This day dedicated to children is crowned by this film screening to raise awareness among Burkina's children about their rights, but above all about their duties. I don't want a crazy person. So what do you have to do? I have to avoid drugs, so I have to avoid drugs. I have to avoid bad company.
Yes, I don't want to be crazy. That small film. Oh dear. I love that. I missed to share a video with you yesterday, because they are teaching the children how to use their phones, to use their tablets, so they will not be getting nasty surprises on their tablets. And I was so happy. Maybe I'll look for it again. They are doing great things. I mean, when he said, I don't want to be crazy, I just started laughing. It means if you are smoking, you'll be crazy. I don't want to tell you a story. The video is long already. Well, I've never smoked before. But yeah, let's do that another day, families. I will leave you here. Families, did you see them with the president? Yes, in the conference room, when they have their special meetings, when they take the important meetings. Ooh, did you see them? They are so cute. They are so nice. They look powerful. I like that. I love that. I love everything about this video.
Representatives of children from Burkina Faso's 13 regions paid tribute to the head of state's commitment to the full development of the country's youngest children. Discussions with the president of Faso allowed them to raise concerns about children in Burkina Faso. Children's representatives from the 13 regions of Burkina Faso were in the Faso presidency in the late morning, as part of World Children's Day. These members of the Children's Parliament report on their immersion in the Transitional Legislative Assembly to the President of Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore. This immersion enabled the little ones to question ministers on major challenges. And for the benefit of Burkina Faso's children. With the various members of the government, we exchanged views in the hemicycle on issues such as the construction of the mother and child hospital, the question of free schooling for all in Burkina Faso, and the adaptation of infrastructures to the needs of disabled children. We were delighted to hear the minister's responses. Marriage has been reduced to 18. The audience is also an opportunity for the children to submit grievances to the President of Faso, but also to express their concerns. We also presented His Excellency with other grievances relating to children's rights. We told the President of Faso of our concerns about the risks of a resurgence of certain practices such as female circumcision and early marriage. The President of Faso reassures his children that actions have already been taken, and others will follow. Are underway to help Burkina children blossom. Finally,
I will leave you here. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you all. My returning families, my VIPs, my kings and queens. Oh my goodness, those who have been super chatting me, God bless you all. I truly appreciate your time, your love, your time. I don't even know what to say. God bless you. Together we are all changing the narrative. I don't know it all, and your comments motivate me. I learn from you every day. I learn from my mistakes as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm so, so grateful. Credit to RTB News. Families, I'll be back with another video. Yes, very, very soon. See you soon.